Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well and you've been able to do some different movements and exercises throughout this whole time. Today's video I'm just gonna kind of add on to what Kathy already covered. There will be some repetition on what she had mentioned in hers, but anyway, some other things. This video I'm just gonna demonstrate a few things. Definitely would want you guys to go ahead and take that information, add as many reps as you feel is needed, and then maybe some more, just so that it's a really challenging workout for you. But also put it in an order that you guys want to do, so that way it's not always the same thing. Plus, like I said, it's only going to be short snippets of information, so put it together like you would like. But we're going to go ahead and do some different hand techniques, kicks, a lot of squat type stuff for leg workout, stomach, and then also our chest. So a lot of this stuff you've probably seen in class, but it's a nice refresher and something to refer to. So anyways, let's start off with our stretching first. So we're gonna go ahead and do arm circles backwards. Try to make sure those arms rotate as high as you can and as far back as you can. Try to get them rather faster as you go more and more and get warmer. Other side. One arm across. Pull that arm all the way to one side, turn into it, stretch out your shoulder. Same thing, other side. And let's go ahead and legs apart, forward bend. Use those arms to help pull your head down. Try to fill in the hamstrings, back of the leg. Go to one side and the other. Go into a sumo stretch, toes out, squat down, try to make a nice rectangle with your body. Push the knees out using your forearms. If you want to add a little more stretch, perhaps grabbing the ankles and pulling, as well as bending forward helps you get more stretch in the inner thigh. Going into side lunge. So you decide what side first, toes up, toes out on this leg, heel flat, drop your body as far as you can, let it naturally. Push the knee out. Switch to the other side. Let's go into a forward lunge. So one leg really far in front, keep the hips wide, thrust the hips forward, lean back the shoulder, should feel it in the hip flexor. Other side. One thing to think about when you're doing this video is if you have YouTube on your TV, I like to watch videos on that, so that way I can use the remote to stop and start if I need to watch something over. If you watch it on your phone or iPad, obviously it works, but you have to touch it manually. So if you have a YouTube and watching this on TV with your remote, might be a faster, easier way to start and stop to add more reps. Going into frog split, push back the hips. Remember, knees wide, toes out. When you push back the hips, should feel more stretch. As you get looser, go farther back, hold it there longer. Forward bend for the hamstring. So one leg straight, drive the hips forward past the knee. So when you lean forward, you'll feel more stretch. The farther down, obviously, the more you feel, but keep the toes up. If you want to slide back the leg into a front split, just try to keep the hips turned over. Same thing, other side. Forward bend, making sure the hips are ahead of the knee, toes up, hands on each side, bend evenly down. And with the leg back. Most of these stretches you want to try to hit for about 30 seconds or more per stretch, just to loosen up the legs and get them warmer. And probably do this at the end too. Okay, and then back to that forward bend we had earlier. So you can go a little farther, you can hang, you can grab, you can reach behind. And then if you want to do a side split, placing the hands down, toes up and slide the heels apart. Keep the toes up so that way that keeps the knees from buckling inward. Hands out in front, strong. Try not to fall, so that way you don't hurt yourself when you do fall. Carefully come on up. All right, so we're gonna do some hand techniques again. Do a lot more than what I'm going to show. I'm just giving you the idea of what things we've done in class, and so you can put them in your own repertoire. And if you got a bag to hit, that's great. I'd say probably at least do 10 to 20 per arm or technique, and then build upon that. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and do the jab and then the cross. So 1, 2, left hand, right hand, 3, 4, and 5. Next thing we're going to do the jab cross, 2 hooks. 1, these are head hooks. 2, going past the chin, making sure. 3, the elbow and the wrist are level. 4, and 5. Good, now I'm going to go like 2 body hooks and the 2 elbows. So right hand's going to go first this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, you got your jab into an uppercut, so left jab, right uppercut, left jab, right uppercut. You can also do a jab cross into 2 uppercuts. So that'd be jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut, left, right, right. One more. All right. You can also do the squatting jab or double jab. So squat, stand, squat, stand. All right. Also double jab in place, stepping and twisting. 1, 2, 1, 2. Double jab. Twist the wrist twice. Jabs can also be done forward and backwards, left side and right side. I don't have a lot of room here, so bear with me, but try to get some shuffles that are about your strides width. So let's say I do 3 shuffles forward with the jab. These 2 are connected, and then I'm going to add something with the right hand after each one if I have it down pretty well. 1, 2, 3, turn, backwards. Back leg's going to step first. 3, turn, forward again. Twist, backwards. Twist, and again you can change what you're doing with the right hand. All right, circling to the left. Left leg's going to step, left hand's going to shoot out. Kind of think of circling around something stationary. 1, 2, 3, add something. I go to my right leg steps out. 1, 2, 3, add something. Left, 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 pop. Right, 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 smack. Okay, so just basic stuff with the hands. Again, massive amounts, 10s plus reps, so you guys feel like you're actually making some progress. Going into the legs, just basic kicks, and then we'll do it with squats. So basic kicks here in the guard stance, you're going to do lead leg and rear leg. So lead leg's going to be quick, and the rear leg's going to be more powerful, but it does take longer. So just alternating. Try to make sure that you're pulling back the toes, keeping the hands up, letting the hips go ahead. Okay, roundhouse kick. You got thigh level, body level, and head level. So maybe you do a few on the one leg, a few on the other, or alternate. So let's say I do the left leg, one low round kick. So right when I turn my foot out, I'm going to bring my heel to my rump, point my toes, swing down and come back the same route. Same thing with the body. And then if I go higher. All right, same thing with the right leg. Turn the foot, one low round kick, one middle, and one high. So left leg and the right leg. And make sure you're stepping out wide so you're not trying to stand in one place. And you can sway, especially if you're hitting the bag. And you can change it up, low into high, high into middle, middle into middle. A lot of options. Okay, side kick, front leg usually. So just turn the back foot out, pick the heel up between you and the target, toes down and stomp. Boom. Shoot out that heel towards the ribs, or bring it up and kick down to the knee. switch sides if you want. Spinning back kick's the last one. Turn and look over your back shoulder, which is usually right if you're right-handed. Once you spot the target, which is going to be where your back is facing it, lift your heel and push, recoil, step back around the same route, turn and look, pick up, push and pull, come back, turn and look, push and pull, come back. You can do the side kick, into the back kick. That's an easy one. Kick low if you want. Kick the middle. Okay. Doing these from squats so your legs get more workout. You've all done the squat kicks. I'm going to go over 5 different ones. Front kick. Just alternate your weight from one leg to the next, keeping your feet wide though. Toes forward. Roundhouse kick, go to the side. So aim your knee to the side of you, have it behind your rump, and then swing back and forth, alternating that. Make sure your body is facing the target area with your hands and your eyes, so that way you have better posture and balance. Side kick's the next one. So this foot's still going to turn out before I kick. Squat down, come up. When I lift, I twist, push and pull. Hitting with the heel, lift, twist, push, pull. Almost feels like a back kick. And then you can kind of pump it up, one after the other. All right, speaking of back kick, that's the next one. That one's going right behind me. Look over my shoulder as best I can. Lift the heel to my rump. Kick behind, above the waist. And then alternate. And if you have a mirror, it's easier to just keep going, but try to work the eyeballs a lot more too. All right, and then for the cry students, or if you guys want the hook kick, it's like a side kick that misses, swipes back, squat, lift, shoot, and swipe, come back up and down. Up and out, down, up and out. So it's kind of like riding a bike and pedaling. And of course, I'm doing these all individually, but front, front, round, round, side, side, back, back, hook, hook. Just the basic squats if you want to do it that way. You've got your regulars, which we did earlier. Toes forward, knees pushing out, back straight. You've got toes out, use a little more inner thigh feel. And then for more glute, keep your feet underneath your hips, almost like you're sitting in a chair. Try to sit more behind yourself so your knees don't shear over your toes too much. Keep your back straight, hands up helps. One more. Good. You guys have all done the lunges before. Kneel, come back. Kneel, come back. You can also alternate a front kick in there, where you kick, you step out, kneel, come back, kick, step out, kneel. So keep the leg up, step out, remember to keep the feet wide. You have good balance with your front kick, then go to the middle, whether groin, stomach, or head up. Okay, so those are some air kicks and punches. We're gonna go ahead and do, you guys know these as dirty dogs. We do them on the ground, and we also can do them on the bag. A chair might be a good thing to have, or a counter or a wall. I want you guys to use this for balance, not for support. So just barely hold on to it. Have your foot actually forward. This is the first one we do is a front kick. So keeping the hand and back strong. Pulling the foot, pull back the toes, knee up, stays as high as the waist. Work a lean back. See about this staying as it is and extending as far as you can. Of course, switch legs and front kick. Try to work on pushing that hip. Okay, roundhouse kick. Have my foot that's close to the chair face it, have some distance so I'm not leaning. Good arm, gonna aim totally opposite of the chair. Knee up for roundhouse kick. So I'm gonna extend and bend. Think of it like a sideways windshield wiper. Point the toes, and then you can always go low, middle, and higher. Or do a certain amount low, change it up to middle, and then high. Or see how many you can do without stopping, and then switch. Of course, you switch, foot, knee, and out and back. Low, middle, and higher. All right, the next one's a side kick. So same position, hands up, but my knee's gonna be in front of me instead of off to the side. Here, flex ankle, toes down, drive, pull back in. So now I'm feeling like I'm sliding my foot on my leg. Push and pull. Again, low, back up, out, back in, and then higher if you want. Okay, opposite side, back foot turned, good posture. Knee up in front, toes flex. Turn the toes in slightly. Okay, last one we do is a back kick. This one's a little easier on the glutes. You'll feel it more in the hips when you do the earlier ones, but it's a good thing to have. You might want to just do one hand for easiness of so for more room. So arm up, let's kick back, bring it back up, kick back, and try to lock out the leg. So the straighter you can make the knee, the more glute flex you get, the more challenge for you. And just keep on trucking. And of course the other side, hands up, back strong, knee in front, dip it under, push behind. Remember, keep the foot flex, toes down, because you're hit with the heel. Try to go waist level with the out part, or get the heel to the rump, push and pull, push and pull. Okay? So we're gonna go ahead and go into our chest. Nothing major, basically 3 different types of push-ups. You've got your wide ones, which is just outside your chest. You've got your close in, and then you guys know the alternating. All right, so little bunch of different ways you can do it as far as giving yourself resistance. So the easiest is knees and wide. So wide hands, wide knees, cross the ankles, helps you not slide. Lay all the way flat, don't relax, but can stay controlled and focused. Push off, lay down, touch your chest or stomach. Chest or stomach. Try not to get your head going. Don't let your hips dip. Down and up, down and up. Same thing with close in. It's gonna work the back of the arm, the tricep. Try to keep your shoulders pulled back. Drop your chest, come back up. Notice how my elbows are close to my ribs. I always wanna feel like they're scraping my ribs. Okay? Same thing with a low and a high, so alternating. So one down by the ribs, one by the shoulder. Switch when I come up. Again, let the chest touch, keeping everything stiff except for the pivot point of the knees. If the knees are too easy, you can go with the feet, where they're gonna be together like so. If you want a little less resistance, go wider. And if you want more resistance, you can lift the leg as you drop, whether feet together, doing it that way, okay? So, wide, close in, alternating, knees wide, feet wide, depending on what resistance you want. Last thing we're gonna do is stomach. So, you all know the regular crunches, a lot of variations. Main thing is bend at the waist. So I like having hands here, and just think about bringing my elbows to the knees. Some people might want to go here for more resistance. Some people might want to go here as long as you're not pulling on the head. Just keep the elbows flat. Support your neck if it gets tired. So you concentrate on the stomach. Okay, you can also do it side to side. So I just reach out the side. So I'm going to do a little bit of a crunch and lean. If you want more challenge, you all know, you've got the legs straight, arms up, reach up towards the shins. Keep your arms pretty much as they are, straight, and just crunch to make a move. Try not to throw too much or arm extensions, just here. Same thing with the side to side. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's an up and a diagonal crunch in a way. And if you want more challenge, instead of vertical, You can go at a 45, go for the knees, because we have to hold them out there. And you've got the side to side as well. Whether you want to do it kind of like the Pilates way, or you can do just a side to side crunch. Okay, so those are those, usually upper and middle. I also like doing crunches with my heels dug in and my toes up. Kind of keeps my lower back flatter and allows me to get more mid-ab area. Same situation as last time, side to sides and middles. And then I also like to do the leg, stomach with the legs straight, arms here, a little more resistance that way. And of course we've got this one. And I always think about my lower back pushing into the ground every time I crunch. Going for lower abs, a lot of different things we can do. Curvature of the hand goes underneath the rump. Try to cradle that lower back. Have your head up so you're not arching. Head's down, I'm gonna arch. Head up, I'm gonna crunch, and I wanna stay that way. So hands to support, and you can start your flutter kicks. I like the legs flexed. I think it gives me a little bit more control, and doesn't cause me to bend as easy. You got leg lifts. Now, if leg lifts are a bit much, whether on the back or the abs, you can do knee raises. Knee raises, you might not want to do the hands underneath your rump because you might need to use that. But knees to hips and shoulders, lifting the hips slightly. Use your hands on the ground to help. You can also do the leg lifts like a scooping action. So if I'm here like this, I shoot out, lift and tuck in, lift and tuck in. Or I can go up and down, and then in. Make sure you're breathing. You don't want to hold your breath. So anything that's challenging, the hard parts of the exercise is the breathing out part. Okay, crossovers, you all love these. Feet wide, so you got a good diagonal. Hands on the side, roll up on an elbow. Get some space between your ribs and the floor. Touch up top, roll over. Same idea. Side to side. Sorry, I got something in my eye. And then last thing is going to be that with your feet and hands off the ground. So you're going to have to hover. So you're going to hold the hover, crossover, touch, crossover, touch. I'm not lifting them too high, as you can see. Getting a little tired in a row. But yeah, so that'll conclude our thing for today. Love to hear your feedback of what things you might want to see more, and then also give us some feedback of what you have been doing. Hope you guys are well, and look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care.